it. If you want to answer Okonkwo, answer Okonkwo. If you want to answer Okafor, take Okafor. This Okonkwo Okafor, you're just confused. You don't know
you
what
don't like hyphenated
I don't like it. Choose one and be okay with it.
Okay. Personally, I like it. I can go with it. I can still answer only my husband's name. But what I will not answer is just my name alone, my maiden name when I get married. If I get married today, it's either Chidinma Oranwa Okafor or Chidinma Okafor. And I'll just keep explaining to people, but I wouldn't want to do the explanation all the time. So it has to be Chidinma Oranwa Okafor. I like that hyphenated stuff. Okafor or Okoye. Let me not say Okafor.
Can I ask you something?
As the case may be.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Let's say you get married to someone whose name is probably Osochova.
Hey.
I don't know why you would choose that name. But then, just like you said earlier, I can decide to answer my husband's direct name. Okay. If his name is Chukwuemeka Osochova, I will answer Chidinma Oranwa Chukwuemeka.
Why? What happened to the Osochova?
Because I don't like the name. I don't like the Osochova.
Well, you marry and then you go like him.
No, that's why I said there are some discussions you need to have with your husband.
Spouse, yeah.
Like in my family like this, my elder brother, the children, they don't answer Oranwa. They answer his name directly. You know, this is actually the discussion he had with the wife before they got married. So these are some of the discussions you should have. What do you want to? I mean, but now people will start complaining. Oh, I got married. I decided to keep my maiden name. My husband is frowning at it and all. Did you guys discuss about it before marriage proper?
Especially if the person have a terrible surname. Me, I'm not taking that name.
But when you marry the person, you took everything.
Personally, I cannot answer.
But that's what the man was answering. He came to marry.
No, the truth is that like me, my name, I know my name is Nenna, but I don't answer it. Personally, I don't answer it because that's another person's personality. Nenna, like I should be behaving like my father's mother. No, that's not my name. That's not my identity, and I've expunged that entirely from my certificates and everything. So I can as well say, nah, this is your name. I don't like it. Or so Chuba I got words.
Yes.
No. So can we kindly look for another name, probably your own father's name, direct name. We can, pick it. Just like Krista said, the grandfather's name is Okafor, but they're answering one.
I like the part you said that you decided not to answer Nenna.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But why were you asking me why I would put Mrs. when I would answer Chimoyo? Your parents gave you the name Nenna, right? And you decided to remove it because you don't like it.
It was not my parents that gave me that name. It was my godmother, may her soul rest in peace, that gave me that name. And when I explained to my father, because of course he liked the name, but when I explained to him that I don't want another person's identity.
Yes.
Because at a point I started noticing that I was behaving like her.
Like that person, yes.
So I said, no, I have other names. I have Chisom, I have Chidinma. So why don't I go with those names? They're beautiful.
Have you changed your behavior now?
Yeah.
Okay, Ada, you're here. Okay, so tell us from the perspective of a married mom, do you think these conversations, this idea of this debate about changing surnames, not changing surnames, is there any big deal to the surname change? Because obviously people attach a lot of importance to it.
Yeah, it's very, very important to have the discussion before marriage on whether to change your name or not. Because there are people that maybe already have a brand before they got married. So they want to keep that brand. Do you get? Now, remember May Doshie? They've divorced. And people are asking her to remove the name, her husband's name. Now, she already has built a brand with her husband's name. So it's very, very important that before marriage, you're going to check whether, okay, if anything happens tomorrow, can I keep this name or can I still, do you get? So it's a disadvantage, it's an advantage to women. Because you might get married to a man that maybe when you enter a room and you say, Abba Munye Abba, like that name Abba,
the name as when you
there will be respect,
open,
like
yes,
do you get?
yeah.
So there are advantages to that name, there are disadvantages to the change of name.
Talking about that, like I don't understand. We are still debating if we will take it, if we will drop it. You will now come. take the first one and take the second name. Really, I'm not for all that. I really don't like that. Like you take the man's first name, Felix Osochuba, Priska Felix Osochuba. That's you away one quote entirely. And not only take the surname, and also take the first name. And that's the problem the woman is having now. Somebody now that are divorced, you cannot get away from it. And it's because she has already built a brand. Because
just imagine her solely answering her father's name. You can't even.
You see the problem. But you know, if it was only a Doche, it could have been manageable. But now, the man is in your face.
Yes.
Despite everything he did, May, you,
And the
a
man will be
Doche.
feeling one kind.
And he has said something about it before now. He has said something about it, about why she's still keeping his name.
But if I were to be May Edochie, I don't think I'll drop the name. Oh, ha. You know the kind of brand I've built around that name.
That's the point.
And if you drop the name, you know that now people are actually using her for plenty of things.
Yeah.
And that's because of the controversies around her marriage. And for her to keep getting the favors that she's getting, she needs that name. So I don't blame her for keeping the name. Personally, I'll still keep the name. In fact, if you even get me the name, I'll go Adam.
But okay, really, do you really like this idea of first adopting the man's first and second name?
No,
I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
I think the family name is okay. Yes. As a woman, I adopt the family name. Then maybe my kids can get the man's first name.
First and surname is the one.
But that's what we did. My family's name is Omekodema. My dad's name is Martins. I'm answering Martins.
You're answering Martins, your dad's name.
But my mom is answering Omekodema.
You're just like my sisters. Actually, they answer Raphael's, my father's first name, but me, I'm answering his surname.
Why?
I want to talk
Because
about...
that's the one we grew up seeing. They just grew up, started seeing the new trend of first name, English name, and they adopted it.
What
But
about
me, I
the trend
stuck to
of
the
people
surname.
answering their father's first name and is in English? And
That is what. That's
doesn't
the
make
thing.
any
That's
sense.
another
What
thing.
she's
That's
doing
also-
now. That she's answering Martin.
Exactly.
And I said my
first name
sisters
is-
are answering
Somebody
Raphael.
cannot identify you as an Igbo person. Because
My name is
Martin
Adeze.
English name.
Because
My name is
sometimes-
Adeze.
Okay.
Yes,
My name is
but Adeze
Adeze.
Martins doesn't make any sense.
I'm still Adeze. It's my name. Yeah. No,
The one that answered my
this is.
sister Sandra Raphaels, Cynthia Raphaels.
This is
Igbo
when I was in school.
Let's talk about
When I was in school, what I was answering in school was
That's
favor.
what Cynthia Parara.
What I was answering in school was favor Martins. So a lecturer had to call me and ask me, "Are you Igbo?" I then told him, "Yes, I'm Igbo." So he now had to look through my because we wrote a quiz. So my name, I wrote my full name. That's how he was convinced that I was Igbo. So that was what made me drop. I hardly answer favor. If you ask me my name, I'll say my name is Adeze. For you to know.
Because of the Martins, you're already answering
Yes,
now.
for you to know that I'm Igbo, I have to use Adeze.
For me, I wouldn't want to take any English name as my surname, be it my father's first name, whatever, because I know that identity is very, very important. And identity has a way to attract favor. It attracts favor to us. So I think we are kind of linked in some type of way. You might answer your name. For instance, my name is Chidema Enem. I can say that, and somebody that know me somewhere will be like, "Oh, are you from Enem's family?" They will easily link it to that name. Yes.
Yes.
I
get
actually...
But even if you decide to take your father's surname in Igbo language, not like Martins
Igbo, yes.
or Phillips
That's
or
what they're
Raphael's,
saying.
people will still not link you to the NM family.
Why?
Now, for example, if your father's name is like my dad's name, his name is Chukwujeku, and I decide to answer Chidema Chukwujeku, people will not link me to the Oranwa family. Yeah. So it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
You get the point?
Yes.
So it's still the same thing. It all depends on what you want to answer. My dad's English name is Robinson, but I cannot answer that because me personally, I don't even have any English name. So why will I answer Chidema Robinson?
And that's where family names. You get? That's why it's very important to answer the family name and not
Yes.
the individual's name.
Yes.
Name, yeah.
Yeah, because me, my husband is the first son. I would like to maintain Abba. That's the family name.
Yes.
Than answering Obina. Do you get? Especially
Yes.
for my kids.
Okay.
It was like before we got married, he brought the idea of his kids answering Obina. I was not like, no. For anything, this is the family name. Ekwe Liba Abba. Equal than Liba Abba and Nanka. They'll be like, oh, okay, ticket. Ekwe Liba Obina, like, who is Obina? Obina is everywhere.
Obina is his name.
His first name is
So Obina, but his surname is Abba.
Abba.
Okay.
So, and I convinced him that for the whole family, the kids and everybody, like to answer
Amber.
Yeah.
I understand when Tina said that your name is part of your identity.
Yes.
And as an Igbo person, the way we are trying so hard to maintain the Igbo identity so that it doesn't die out, I think it is important that we start answering our father's name. But then, onwekwa point to make here about your name attracting favor. Just like Mbensi or Sochoba, I make it no joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that one going to attract favor to Osochoba?
You never can tell. Maybe also Chubagi. Maybe
I think that
sometimes
every
I don't
Igbo-
even think that's a complete surname. I think
Yes.
most
Also
people.
Chubagi Igbaje Ikunegi. No, that's the
Yes.
complete thing. Also Chubagi Igbaje Ikunegi.
Yes.
But sometimes
But
it's
so many
long.
people will cut it short.
Cut it
Also,
short.
like all these places you go,
Yes.
you see, you ask somebody what's your name, say my name is Ume. What's Ume?
Yes, it's true.
It could be Ume Okana. Ume Obiajulu.
What if the Osochoba, the
Laura.
complete version is Osochobam? Yeah, Osochobam. That's
I don't
it.
want to answer that kind of name. Also Chubam.
Some persons actually answer negative
you?
names.
Yes.
I think with time they normally change those
Change
names.
it,
Yeah, like all those people they
Because
say
it has negative
one more,
impacts
Wosu
on
and
that
all those
person.
things.
Yes.
Yeah, they tend to change them. Well, when it comes to still my point, this name, because it seems we are deviating a little bit. We are still talking about changing name as married women. You know, sometimes some women they because they love their husband so much, they will want to take up the name of their husband, not necessarily because the culture or the tradition demands that they do so. They'll be like, okay, I'm so in love with this man, so everything about you, I've accepted it, even if your name is also Chuba, even if your name is Mosu or one more or anything, because I love you and because I am deeply connected with you, let me just answer the name. And again, I don't like the idea where a mother will be answering a different name and the kids will be answering a different name. I think I saw a story where a lady was complaining that the husband wants to take the kids outside the country, and the reason why the husband is going with the kids alone is because she's answering a different name.
Oh God.
And the husband had told her, okay, the only criteria or the only reason why we will take you along is if you change your surname.
Yeah.
The woman refused. She's now looking for people that will advise her.
I think that's what you're saying. It's right because, like me, my parents, and that's why sometimes I'm making some applications. And if you say that your parents, it's kind of confusing. They will be requiring me to provide some kind of document showing that I'm my parent because they're answering Okafo and I'm answering Wanko. You understand? They decided Okafo is actually the name of my great grandfather. That is my father's own grandfather. Yes. So my father now said we're going to adopt his own father's surname. That is our own grandfather. So we answer Wanko. But every other person answers Okafo. So when it comes to putting the names of your parents, you now come and put Raphael Okafo. Meanwhile, you're answering Wanko. You're not faced with the problem of how are they your parents?
How are they your parents?
Yes, now. How are they your parents?
Explain, no evidence.
And there's another question I want to ask. If you decide to keep your maiden name, what will be the name on your marriage certificate?
Your husband's name now.
Your husband's
Of
name.
course.
Okay.
Usually
they write your name.
certificates. Isn't that inside church?
They don't add.
They don't add
Okay.
They don't
surname.
add
Okay.
surname.
Mine,
Oh.
there wasn't any surname added.
Oh, okay.
But
Both my surname and my husband's surname
No
was
name.
not added.
Oh wow. Okay.
But don't we think that if a lady gets married and you answer your husband's name, with time you get lost. Like you
That's
get
what I'm
lost.
talking about, the identity, loss of identity.
Yeah, you just get lost. That name will just be forgotten because you're now answering a different name
Which
entirely.
name? Your father's name will be forgotten.
No,
Your maiden
you as a
name.
person. A woman is a human. I'm not talking about your
I
father.
understand,
You
yeah.
as a person, your identity will be lost entirely. Just as you're answering, you know that, okay, a man is getting married because they want to, have children and continue the lineage. As a woman, you're not continuing any lineage, obviously. But when you get married, you start answering your husband's name. Your children answer your husband's name. You, as a human being, your own identity will be forgotten. Am I thinking differently here? Ada, why are you feeling somehow? Your face is somehow.
Yeah, but a lot of people say that was what we talked about in professional and personal development. That is why people are criticizing the surname change. That is rooted in patriarchy, where you take everything about the man, you adopt the man's name. That why are the men not change? Even in India, where the women pay dowry, the men do not still change their names.
So that means the
that is the
patriarchal
question.
system is not fair on the women.
That is what feminists, feminism is now saying that is rooted in patriarchy. That whatever we are doing now is rooted in patriarchy. That this surname, they believe that this surname change of a thing is rooted in patriarchy. That it doesn't favor women. That it makes women lose their identity, just like Chimoya is saying.
Some also think when we're talking about losing identity and all those things, when you spoke about dowry, do you know some people believe that dowry is not good? Like, you shouldn't pay a woman's dowry. So sometimes you shouldn't look at what is good and what is not good. You should also check things that you want to do on your own. When I spoke about your own personality, I looked at it from a different angle. Okay, I'm a single lady now, and probably I'm building something for myself, and then people have known a particular name, like we made example of Chimamanda Adichie, and then she suddenly got married and changed her name. And possibly she would also stop writing. You know, there are some people that when they get married, their husband will start telling them, stop doing this or stop doing that. So your own personality totally will die out. To me, it doesn't really look fair.
But marriage is not the thing that stops it.
Exactly. It depends on you as a person.
Like that woman.
If you want to continue with what you're doing, your husband shouldn't stop you. If you dated this person and you got to know the kind of person that you are involved with, and you see that is the kind of person that wouldn't want you to go ahead with your career or that is jealous of your success, you need to take a walk. You don't end up saying that you will change the man at the end of the day. You get the point?
Okay, but we are talking like we are not seeing story. We're not hearing stories.
We are hearing
stories
stories because people keep making mistakes every day.
They will still continue with the mistake.
And that's why we are here to correct the mistakes.
But sometimes people don't know until they get into the marriage.
Yes. No, there are things I'll have to discuss with my husband.
Even
and once
after the
I get
discussion,
married,
you're not getting me.
It's not going. If it's not working, I will take a walk.
Okay, you take a walk.
Because you are not there to just, maybe you deceived me into that relationship, and then probably I was working when you met me, or I was a supermodel where you met me, and all of a sudden we got married. You tell me that I'm gonna quit. No, now you don't want my progress. You don't want my success. If you had told me earlier, I don't like this, and I will consider it, and if it's something I can do, then I will go ahead. But if it's something I'm not okay with, then that's it. Go your way, make I go my own.
So you're advising if a woman you go into marriage and your husband says, stop this, you should walk away?
Well, I don't know. I'm talking about myself. Okay. It depends on you. It depends on what you want to do. Because some people are so depressed in marriage, they will tell you that they don't have anything to their name, that their husband has suppressed them so much, there's nothing for them in marriage. They're just managing, not marriage. Is that one a marriage?
No, it's not.
Why would I be there? And I will remain sad for the rest of my life.
And sometimes, so women will say that it's because of their kiss that is keeping them in the marriage.
So if something happened to the kids, uncle? You see?
I don't know. Sometimes you might not really know the true color of a person until you get into that marriage. And by that time, it becomes too late. It's not easy the way you think.
Sometimes we see the handwritings. Sometimes we see the handwriting written all over, but we tend to ignore them. We ignore it because we are in love.
You might change the person, yes.
You cannot change a grown man. You cannot change a grown man.
But then we are not also looking at some other factors that would make a woman to ignore the handwriting on the wall.
Love is blind.
Apart from love, pressure, tradition, we are not looking at those things. A woman, when she gets to a certain age, everybody is telling her about getting married. When you're walking along the street, someone will tell you, "Can't be at one yoke." When are we coming to drink?
In this century, on your chalk at that kind of pressure.
They're still doing it now.
But Chinema, it's not a question of each or it's because we're human beings. In as much as we might say I really don't care and all that, but when somebody mentions it, you might not show that you care at that point in time. But when you go back, it resonates.
So because of the pressure, I will not go and marry a wrong man. A man that will keep beating me or doing something that I don't like. That's what I'm saying.
No,
let's remove pressure.
Sometimes you might not really see all the signs.
Because of, but we're just saying that the pressure is there. Yeah, the pressure is there. The pressure, and also the pressure in this name change.
Don't let marriage.
Yes, of course.
Unless you never had an identity.
Some people started building when they get married, that they will start building their identity. Some people, when they are single, they don't even have any identity. It's once they get married, they will start the building of identity or brand. Exactly, especially the Odogu and Odogu wrestlers.
Did somebody say you negotiate?
No, I did not mention that one.
But that was what happened in his own case, because the wife was relatively unknown until
Yes.
the whole
The
marriage
whole-
packed
yes,
up.
backlash. Yes.
And everybody started feeling sorry for her and decided to, because they were actually a model couple that people were aspiring to. He had grown up children, he got married on time, and people were just, praising them. Then when this happened, everybody felt bad for the woman. And some people kept insulting her for why she's still keeping the surname. But I
Surname,
can
yes.
get that. I can understand.
If you don't want to be numbered, drop the surname.
Surname. That's what people were saying, that she doesn't want to be numbered, that she should drop the surname. But she has actually used the surname to build a brand for herself. All right, so we're still talking about impact of surname change on women with regards to their personal and professional developments. This is Girls Aloud, right here on ABS 88.5 FM. We'll return after this time.
I don't like woman. She don't be like water. Shall we get assignment? But you no pay attention to the intimidation she dey face. No be like water. You don't get anything. If woman get hungry, them so. She no be woman. Woman get money, one like share money. She no be woman. If she no get him up aside, they go dey push woman aside. And eventually, they go suffer woman.
I never took it finish. I never took it finish.
Nobody be like woman.
I never took it finish. I never took it finish. I never took it finish.
Nobody be like woman. Nobody be like woman. Nobody be like woman.
We touch you with the sound that touches soul.
More music on trendybeats.com.
Oh yeah. Yele, 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 yele. 'Cause nobody's perfect. Oh yeah. Nobody's perfect. You know where they go. You did it find a perfect way. Searching for if you leave, is it a perfect life? You know the place where they go. Can't believe my eyes could see the day I found my missing ring. She invested her best in me. Yes, I know. Now so we they grow. If you define it, woman, pretty woman, that perfect woman may go there by your side. That God-fearing woman, that kind of woman, brother, go build a house.
All right, it's still Girls Aloud right here on ABS 88.5 FM. And some men, this is Girls Aloud, but I don't know why some men are they're interested in it. They're coming here to this one. We said, let's talk about what's affecting women, but they will still carry their problem and come in and still put their mouths inside it. Man, that's not Girls Aloud. I do not see any guys in the studio, but the ones that are here, they keep interjecting, disturbing the conversation. and they want to beat me, but they cannot beat me because this is girls out. We're still talking about, women keeping their surname or changing it after marriage, what impacts it has on their professional and the personal development. And the ladies are still in the house. While we went to that music break, somebody brought up something about what if the surname is something that is negative? Like when Chimoya said also Chuba, I said she would not think also Chuba. So what if the surname is a negative one and you don't want to keep it, and your husband is insisting that you keep it? More Ekwensu or Ekwensu. More. More is spirits, yeah? Yes, more is spirit. So what if the surname is...
more now.
Like spirit of
God. How will you know more?
It depends on the one yourself you have in your mind. It could be more man, not more job.
So what if the surname is something that you do not feel good about? And you want to change it, and the man refuses? What do you do in this regard? How can you
the discussion we are talking about, is it going to happen after marriage? Because of course
when we are dating, when you are married now and you are refusing to change the surname,
when we are dating, I already know that your name is Mo or Sochoba or Abakulunwoke. I already know that's your name. And me personally, I'm so particular about names because, like I said, I changed my own name personally. So you won't expect me to come and follow you or your family members to answer Sochoba. Where are we running to, for Christ's sake? Now, this is the discussion we have, because unless you pretend, you tell me your name is Nonso Phillips, and then after marriage you now come and tell me it's also Chuma. That one is a different ballgame, and that one I can use that one and divorce you. As the case may be. So easy. No, like I said, that it's a negative. It can have negative impact on me, as a person. And we're talking about brands. What if I have a brand and everybody knows me as Chidinma or Ranwa? I've been blossoming in my career and my brand. All of a sudden, I change from Chidinma or Sochoba or Chidinma more. Who will want to associate with me again?
They'll see one time. They'll know you're married.
They know I'm married, but people will make a jest of that particular name.
But what is in a name?
A name is important as it sounds. Chidinma, my God is good. Chimsomaga, my God is always with me. There's something important in the name.
Chidinma, you can answer Chidinma around Sochoba.
So I'm saying it's a discussion you have, and I'm sure in that family, your brother also about name when at the family. Probably this will be the name that the great grandfather answered. So Obuna Nkadroma, Obuna Afa, the grandfather answered, but more. Then I thought I get daddy answer. Oh, we can Okay, we'll have a discussion as a family before we get married.
But
even the extended family, I'm talking about my mother-in-law, my father-in-law.
What if your mother-in-law is even answering the such about
maybe check on the family. I wouldn't want to do that because I already believe.
Yeah.
So because I believe that if a name is negative, it's going to impact in my life negatively. So if I continue answering that name, probably my growth will be stunted. Like I will not grow again. My brand will not move anywhere again. So let the person
do this speech in now. You said something like, "Oh, depend." When she mentioned more, you said, "Oh, depend." No, but you can, teach the no depend on the
also peace.
What if a marathon? In a marathon, also for Olympics.
Olympics than my marriage. No, check it now. Also Olympics than my marriage. Where will I run to? At the end of the day, if I wear peace at home.
What I'm looking at is all these debates about changing name or no changing name. We agreed that before now, this used to be a state of pride for women. Everybody wants to get a new surname because getting a new surname signals that you're getting married, and it's a good thing. And this is something that everybody wants to celebrate. So women are eager.
Yes.
They can't wait. I can't wait to change. I can't wait to go to my husband. I can't wait to adopt my husband's name. But now, everything has changed. Should this be an issue? This changing of surnames and not changing of surname, does it have any effect on you as a person if you decide to change or keep your own surname after
It shouldn't
marriage?
really be an issue. Like we said, if you discussed with your guy before you guys got married, it shouldn't be an issue. You should know if you're going to take the name or not. But ebe nsogbu na-adị wụ na ọ bụrụ na unu emere the discussion before marriage, then ebanyezie o nwere ike ọ bụrụ na n'obi gị ikwetego na ihe anụ the person zaba first name ya probably Obinna, then ebanyezie family asị gị that you know that normally in Igbo land is not one person that is marrying the woman.
Yes.
Apụta asị gị you're not going to answer Obinna na ihe azabazi ọsọ chọba or mmụọ nwa na anyị na-ekwu maka ya ebe a ka nsogbu ya anọzi wee dị. And then again you said that before women they couldn't wait. That's because before now we would all agree that before now women had little to do with themselves.
Their place in the kitchen.
Okay.
But with time, women started developing their career, building their brands, and you can't let all those years of hard work become nothing when you eventually get married. That's why you also need to have that discussion with your man. If we are getting married, I would want to maintain this brand. Or if you're getting married, okay, I can let go certain things and take your name. So it shouldn't really be a problem if you have the right discussion.
Okay. What about you, Tina?
Okay, I feel that names are very significant. For some persons that answer the very weird or strange surnames, there should be a reason for it, especially in Igbo culture. Because Igbos, they don't just give a name without a reason. So I feel that one young Ghana no better should learn to ask questions and should also try to understand why the family bears such a name. And now understand why she, as a woman, you see where it's about the name. You don't just insist that you're not going to answer the name, except you have a mutual agreement with your husband.
Okay. God's gift.
Okay, for me, if you know you are building a brand, first of all, as a single, let me start from the single people. If you are building a brand, definitely you are going to get married, and when you meet your man, talk about it, discuss with your man. Then if at all the man is insisting that you must bear the name, okay, you can keep your brand's name, then bear the husband's name when you get home, but that your brand name should be there. It should be there. Yes.
Confusion.
Your brand name should be there. You cannot. No, you're not having two names when it comes to your business. We cannot mix pleasure with business. So when it comes to business, it should be business. Your husband should respect that boundary, because if the society is imposing that women must bear their husband's name, I think that is an unfair expectation. So that is what I have to say. Discuss with your man before getting into marriage.
Okay. Ada?
Okay, my name is my identity. So for me to change my name to my husband's name, I'll have a conversation with him. Do you get? So to know whether it's something I can do or not. Do you get? And when we finally change the name, it shouldn't make me lose whatever I have made for myself before getting married. Okay.
Okay, conclusively, like I said earlier, I don't see any reason why a woman shouldn't change her name when she gets married. I am team change your name if you want to change your name. Even if you've built a brand for yourself, you can just hyphenate it, just like Chidimma or Okoye. I did not say Osochuba or anything. You can just hyphenate it and go with that. There shouldn't be any pressure anyways. And remember, in those days, our culture and tradition demands that we change our name when we get married, even though we have a lot of things changing in our society and in our tradition. Just like Chidimma NM said, our culture, Igbo culture, there are so many things they frown at. So if you feel that you are in a kind of family, you are married into a kind of family that they are so passionate about their name that you must change their name, of course, you have to do that. If you don't want to do that, that's when you have the discussion with your husband to be, and if it's not working for you, you know whether you continue with the relationship or not.
Okay. Well, for me, I respect tradition, I respect modernity, but I will say there are some things that are just meant to be the way they are, that modernity doesn't always have to disrupt everything. Our mothers, we are proud of dropping their names and adopting their husbands' names. In as much as I agree that then most of our mothers were not doing anything, most of them were in the kitchen.
And Odoziako.
And things are changing. So it's good also to change with the times. But at the end of the day, these are conversations that you need to have with your better half, with your spouse. So after marriage, you will not start fighting over something that doesn't make sense. So have this conversation. Do not just assume that this is what the other person would want. Okay, I want to thank my beautiful ladies, God's Gift, Tina, Chimoya, Ada, Chidima, and of course, I also thank myself, Priska. I want to say that it's been a beautiful time on the program. And remember, the Girls Aloud makes a return next week, Tuesday. And just remind you that Sports Roundup will trend at 2 p.m. today.